Okay guys, I don't know why this looks like it's flashing. Must be camera refresh rate. Dash ain't flashing though. It's definitely, there it goes. Yeah, it's not flashing. But anyway, this is a Murano, Nissan Murano. I think it's an 06. Could be wrong. So this was towed in while I was away. I think, like, if I cycle the key off and on, you'll see there's no check engine light. I noticed that. The car doesn't start. No check engine light. Oh, now it wants to start? What the heck? We don't have a check engine light. It didn't start the whole time I was here for the past couple weeks. So let me get this in the shop actually while this is starting. Because they said they thought it had a bad fuel pump, but I think we have a network issue. Let's get this inside the shop before it doesn't run anymore. Let me see if somebody can open the door for me. But it's definitely not a fuel pump. I think we just have a what do you call it, like a issue with the network pulling something down. Because I think Cupid said there was a whole bunch of COM codes. And you can see it doesn't tell us what gear we're in. Okay, so now you can see like the dash really isn't flashing. Let's try to read this. Maybe I typed the VIN wrong because I manually typed it in here because I couldn't communicate. Like I couldn't pull the VIN. There we go. Oh, I might have typed it wrong. Okay, so it's an 07 Murano. Let's do a full system scan since it started. I'm just going to let it run here. We'll do a full system scan. We'll come back. I'm going to put a hose on the exhaust because I don't know how bad this thing stinks. And, well, that's doing whatever. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so as we can see, we're scanning. Doesn't look like we have anything on our is that, I guess that's our high-speed network. Yeah, nothing. No ECM, ABS, all that stuff. So that's exciting. So we might have to get a lab scope out in a breakout box and see what we find here. Okay guys, well this got interesting. So we do a report. I don't know what we got here. CAN, codes, current. Do we not have the TCM? Oh, we did a TCM. TCM was the first one. So we'll save all these and I'll clear the codes and we'll see what comes back. We'll see if it also starts again too. Let's see. I mean the same one. 1639201. There we go. I think we're missing some stuff though. I'm surprised that they came up later. Because when I connected to the car, I couldn't pull the VIN. Let's see if we shut it off, if it'll start back up. See, now we're a crank no start again. There's also a lot of smoke coming off of that engine. Just do a fault scan, see if we can get anything. We'll do another scan. That's a lot of smoke.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's leaking oil that bad or what. It probably is leaking oil that bad because it looks like there's oil everywhere. Yeah. I think that's what they said at the other place.
Put your lift arms up over there. I'll put them up over here.
That's not a big deal. I need to figure out why this ain't starting now, because now it won't start.
Right.
Okay guys, sorry about that. So we also have this fuel level and fuel tank temperature sensor. So when I see that on Nissan, it usually ends up being damaged wires, and that might be why our network's not working. Let me go back in the engine and see if we have more, like if they did more than one trip. We could actually probably see our pressures on here. Put the window up so you guys don't hear the radio. When this loads, I'm gonna look up for our fuel tank pressure in that. Okay, guys, look at our fuel tank temperature. It's negative 49. Fuel level sensor says 0. I'm wondering if we had something eat some wires. I don't see anything else that looks crazy. Actually, let's do all signals. All signals is what we want. But that might be why our cluster's not showing park or anything. It detects reverse on the dash, but the cluster. Let's see. See if we're getting an oddball. That's weird. Vehicle speed. It says 18 miles an hour. And we're not moving. It might just be a default. I just want to see if we have any other weird voltage specs. Looks like that's it. So we're going to go down underneath the car, see if we see anything. Okay guys, so I noticed that there was like wires exposed here. So I think I might pull this out. Actually, I didn't realize this wasn't even on right. I saw that the edge wasn't on right. I didn't realize that that whole thing wasn't on right. I'm wondering if somebody like really hacked something up here. Because I saw that there was wires under the dash too. Oh, this whole radio ain't even in right. Nothing's bolted in right. Let me try to get some of this stuff out of the way. Because look at this. It's not even attached. Like I saw these down here. And then there's some in the back that I saw from like a stereo system. But I didn't see any damaged wires in the car. So I'm going to pull this out real quick. And we'll look behind this. See if somebody smashed something that for the network or something that's causing this. Guys, look at this. Look at this. There's bare wires in here. Hey, this might be part of it. I don't know if these all went to the radio because the radio wasn't even plugged in. But you can see like they took the screws out of the faceplate and stuff and like broke that. And like I see a green wire down there. And it looks like the same green wire that comes up here. So this could be contributing to our issue. Oops. I hit the wipers. Still don't have a check engine light, which I think is weird. Unless the radio's part of that. Don't know what to do about all this. Actually, it looks like some of this might be at the market. We might be able to unplug some of this. Okay, guys, we're back with this. Well, to you guys, it's probably instant, but it's back with the Murano. It's been a couple days. Still don't start since I pulled it back outside. Ran when I took it inside, but now when I scan it, I got these modules, and Kiva had this diagram printed out. So if we look at this, you'll see we're missing a lot on our high speed. We only got our rear camera, ABS, ECM, and four-wheel drive right here. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys something. Here's our factory diagram. If you look at engine control module, rear view camera, what was it? Rear camera, RC. What was our RC? Rear camera, airbag, and four-wheel drive. So if you look, our all-wheel drive's right here, and our airbag's right here. If you look, all these have a K line. Comes up here and goes to this. You see K line. Transmission doesn't have a K line. We can't communicate with that. So all this stuff that's on our K line, airbag, rear cameras, K line only, all-wheel drive, that's all K line. So that's how our scan tool is communicating with it on the K line. So I'm going to check what our waveform looks like for our high-speed network, and then we're going to go there. Okay, guys, got my Godiag set up on 6 and 14. Does this have to be on to have everything lit up? Yeah, I guess that's the only way the lights light up. So everything looks fine on here as far as the network. So maybe we're missing. Maybe there's a connection that's missing. But usually they wouldn't, because our terminating resistors would be mad. Or stuff ain't being told to wake up. I'll let this scan again and we'll see what happens, but that looks perfect. Okay guys, so we got this new module right here for the Nissan. I don't know if this is going to be the right one or not. Let's see if we can move this stuff out of the way a little bit. Let's see if we can get these connectors. Guess we'll try to plug these in. Hopefully this is the right one. I called the dealership for the part number, then I ordered this from the junkyard, so the dealership wanted $1,000 for this. Junkyard was like $150. Okay, our module's plugged in. Let's see if we get gauges now. Oh, is our battery dead? I don't know if the battery's dead. We're just not detecting the key. I think our battery might be dead. Let me go, here our dome light ain't coming on. Either battery's disconnected or our battery's dead. So that's connected. Our battery's disconnected. Let's see. Oh, gas gauge is working now. And it starts. Huh. So it just started. That's interesting. Let me grab our scan tool. I'm gonna grab our scan tool and check out our scan data. Okay guys, we're gonna do an auto scan. I wonder if our, oh look, our recirculation light's on. Look at that, that all works. So we have a life now. Our blower works. Look at that, it's showing up on the dash too. So that's cool. Just turn that off for right now. Smell the exhaust leak in here. So like we got our cluster. Wonder if we'll get any more modules. Modules we had before. I have the paper printed out. Let's see, do we have any new modules? So far it just looks like our meter. I wonder if we put this in gear, does it show? Okay, so it does show drive. No neutral. Reverse. And no park. So we don't have park, neutral, or... I think that's kind of interesting. So are we not communicating with the TCM? We got drive, low. So they all work. Drive sport mode. See that, drive sport. see, low, neutral, reverse, park. More coolant temps coming up. I'm gonna let this finish scanning, and then we'll come back and look see what's on here. Okay, guys. So we can talk to everything now, but the TCM looks like we can't talk to the TCM. And also, I realized we can't talk to the HVAC, even though we just put that in there. So that's odd. Okay, guys. So if we go into the cluster and we go into live data, all signals, just quickly went in here. Went down here to our drive indicator, park indicator. Look at that. It doesn't say that we're in gear. So if I go in reverse, now it says indicator on. Neutral, nothing. Drive. So I'm wondering if that's why we can't get this thing to start. Brake switch works. We don't have the four-wheel drive stuff on. I wonder if it's just because we can't talk to this TCM. I wonder if it's TCS. Is TCS transmission? Let's go to our report. Let's see what codes we have. Vehicle speed. Fuel pressure, fluid pressure sensor. Oh, so we do have transmission TTCs? How are we talking to the trans now? Well, that's interesting. This does say, did I miss trans? Oh, that's transmission. Oh, so we could talk to that before. I thought we lost comm with it. Interesting. So we could talk to it before. Okay. Let's see if we can shut this off and we can start back up. So now it started. Didn't sound too good. Let's see, quick erase. There we go. So it starts now. So I'm gonna shut this off though because it's smoking again, but hey, it starts now. We'll just do another fault scan. So guys, I cleaned out the reservoir. The reservoir is completely clogged on this. And look at all these chunks. All this came out of this, even that aluminum back there. All this chunks. How big this chunk is. Oops. So there's my finger. Look at that. It's bigger than my finger. It's all like soft and squishy. All this crystallized. It's like, I don't know. I cleaned out the reservoir, but I think the car was actually overheating, even though it didn't show it on the scan tool. So there didn't seem to be any coolant in it. Okay, guys. So car starts now every time. This is the next day. We ran it yesterday for a while. Didn't overheat. So we're gonna get everything back together, and maybe we'll go after why this park and neutral don't work. I know they don't want to pay more money into it, so we'll just see. But it apparently needed that box, so this is gonna have to be mounted in here, and then we'll get this all back together. But I'm also gonna grab my snap-on tool, see if it makes a difference on this. Okay, guys. So scan the car with the snap-on, same thing. Well, let's see what our temperature is, but let's see, is there HVAC on here? Maybe this doesn't have HVAC. Oh, you know what? I don't see HVAC. Maybe that's why we couldn't communicate with it. Let's see, data. Maybe it's all BCM controlled? Accessories? Air conditioning switch. rear defroster switch. Okay, so they probably all go right to the BCM. Let's see, is there anything else in here? Nope. Oh, could it be under meter? IPDM. That's weird that we can't talk to that module. That is weird. So yeah, we can't talk to this thing. I thought for sure it would have been in here. Let's go on our engine. Data. See what our coolant temp is. What do they call it? Oh, right there it is, coolant. Oops. So we're at 201, so I'm not too worried about this thing overheating anymore. It might overheat while driving, who knows? It's pretty chunky in there. But it's running, that's what they wanted. It's just weird that we don't have anything else. Let's try this. Let's go under Mitsubishi, or not Mitsubishi, Nissan. Manual. Let's try to do it as like maybe 2008 or 06. I don't know, 285, because it's an 07. Unless maybe I can't talk to it, so that's why it doesn't list it. Well, that's why it's so hot in here. This was on. Does that have anything? Nope, nothing. So same information. So I don't know. I can check these wires too that they have twisted together in here. I don't know why they have some of these twisted. Like this blue one right here. Maybe they didn't connect something up right. That's all I could think of. But actually that shouldn't affect it because it should be these down here. So I don't know. But that's where we're at. Hey guys, with this Murano, the customer wants the car back. So starts right up. So this is where we're gonna leave it. I don't think they want to spend any more money in it, but it starts now every time. And I documented everything with the codes that we have. The trans codes, the crystals and the coolant, all that stuff, exhaust leak, oil leaks. So this is where we're leaving it, but I hope you guys liked this. Hope it was interesting. See you guys later. I have to put the glove box back in. So I put all the screws back in the glove box. On top and underneath. I also found out that that cover went on here because that wasn't on there before. But hope you guys like this. See you later.